that's just living below your means. So you could use that money, invest it towards your future. You shouldn't be going out every weekend, spending your money on luxuries when you really technically can't afford them. Even though you see that money in your bank, doesn't mean it's going to be there, because as quick as you got it is as quick as you'll lose it. That's
even quicker.
Yeah. Hi guys,
welcome back to our channel.
We wanted to come up with a name for you guys. We were thinking, like, because it's Antonio, Melina, Antolina. So something along those lines. If you have any suggestions, we'll make a community post and you could do a vote, or just comment. Yeah, comment down below any ideas of what you guys want to be called, because there's a good amount of you that are very supportive, and we see you coming back in the comments, and you're very loyal to us, and we appreciate that.
We love you guys, and
we really do.
You guys always hitting us up on Instagram and Snapchat and everything else.
And thank you so much for 8,000. That I don't even know how that happened. We were just trying to get 6,000, and now we're at 8,000.
Started at 8,000, and then soon 9, and then 10, and then 100 million.
Thank you guys so much for that. We really appreciate it. And today we wanted to talk to you guys because we get a lot of questions about our finances.
Yep. We did a poll on it, and then they got to.
Yeah, we had a poll in our community.
Vote on it.
We had a poll in our community on what video you guys wanted to see, and you guys chose how we save money as a couple. Together, we have saved a lot of money by doing various different things, which we will be talking about in this video.
So if you guys wanna learn how to save money and then grow your income and things like that, make sure you guys watch the whole video. If you guys liked it or have any suggestion, always leave in the comments, leave a like, and subscribe to our channel.
First, we should talk about how much money we have saved as a couple, how much money we were able to save as a couple,
since we've been
and
together,
how we did it.
So we saved around $41,000 so far as a couple. That's, you know, the two of us together.
Yes, and we do have a joint bank account.
Yep.
So this is all money that we both can tap into if we wanted to, but we work together to make this money for our future, because we're never breaking up. We're getting married. We have a whole life plan ahead of us. So
yes, and we want to save that money for our future plans, rather than wasting it now.
What are our future plans that we plan to spend our money on?
Things like buying a house, you know, having kids. That's obviously expensive. So if you have the money saved up to, like, you know, buy stuff like diapers and stuff, it's just gonna make it like so much easier.
Yeah, and we want to also invest. We're really good at investing and turning our money into more money, and just having different flows of income.
Yes.
And I know that we told you we saved $41,000, but to a lot of people that may not be a lot of money, so we're not trying to brag or anything. No. We know that to a lot of people that's not a lot of money, but to us, it's
for our age, in our 20s, I think it's really good.
Yeah, and it's just our money that we combine together, not including our own money that we have in our own bank accounts, because it is really important to maintain your financial identity as a single individual, because yeah, it's nice to have a joint bank account and everything for our future, but you always want to have your own financial identity. That's what I learned from Mr. Wonderful. Yeah, you always want to have your own financial identity.
Yeah, for 1,000 it's more like for our future that we're planning together, so like that's why that's joint. But we still have our own bank accounts and like our own debit cards and credit cards, wherever it is, it's still like under our names, and we just have that one account that's like together for things that we plan to do together. So it just makes sense. And the 41,000 that we have saved, it's just money that it might not be a lot to some people, but if you're in your 20s, 41,000 is good, and then any amount is good to start with. You know, let's say you can only save 5,000 your first year trying to like save and change your life around. That's better than like before, like you had none. So like different people at different stages of their life, so just save what you can and as much as you can.
And just having that big chunk of money, the limits are
like the double and stuff.
Yeah, there's so many possibilities to do with that large chunk of money. You could invest it, you could turn that money into more money. So it's just getting that initial amount of money in the bank and working with what you have and growing into our own little empire.
So one of the first things that we don't do, actually, rather than doing to save money, is we rarely ever, literally never, almost never, I can never think, maybe I can think 2 occasions when we're together we actually ate out.
Yeah, we've only eaten out together twice, and that's because we don't really believe in it. We think it's a huge waste of money. My mom owns restaurants, and we know what the margins are like. We know that the restaurant is spending less than what they're charging us, obviously, and we love cooking at home together.
Yep.
It's like a
And
bond,
it's healthier, it's better, everything.
and it's like a bonding experience.
And yeah, we rarely ever eat out, and then that saves us so much money because every time you eat out, you have to spend at least like minimum like $12-13 on yourself only, right?
Yeah. And when we go to the grocery store, we will just buy, like, I'll buy what I like to eat and he'll buy what he likes to eat, and it's just like, we feel like it's a very fair relationship with everything.
Yeah.
Like when we go out to eat, we pay for our own food just because how we are. We're both saving together, so it's like, what's the point?
If I spend money, it's kind of like her money anyway, so.
Unless it's like birthdays and stuff like that, but
That's a different story.
even then we're not like going all out and like spending a crazy amount of money because we just have bigger plans for the future, and just we're smart with our money. We know where to put it. So the next thing that we do to save money is
we have a budget written down, so we know how much money we're making a month. We know how much money we're spending, and we know like where all our money is going, so we never like have to guess like, oh, like why is my bank account looking like this, or why do I have this bill or whatever. No, we already have it written down, pen and paper, so that we always know every month like, okay, this is how much we're making, this is how much we can save, this is how much our expenses are gonna be. And it helps us just more like planning and saving a lot easier because we know like the money we're making, so we're able to just put the money away at the beginning of the month and save it already, other than like wasting it, not sure like how much money we even made.
Yeah, and it might seem like something that's obvious, but a lot of people like have a guesstimate of how much they're making, how much they're spending, but they don't really have it written down on paper, how much they're spending on each bill every month. So that calculated, plus your expenses like gas, shopping, stuff that changes month by month, food, grocery shopping. So you really need to get that down on paper and calculate it so you can have an accurate representation of what's really going on, because a lot of people have in their mind, they think they know, but once they have it down on paper, it's different than what they have in their head.
And you can't like always remember like your expense and stuff like that, so because a lot of people feel like just check their bank account or like not sure exactly how much to spend or whatever, so it kind of like they just kind of accept it for what it is.
Yeah. Another thing that we do to save money is we do not lend money to people who ask us. I have had friends ask me for rent money. I've had friends tell me that they're desperate for money, and I have lent money before. I've never seen it again. Once you lend money, you need to say goodbye to it.
Yeah.
Just say goodbye to it, because chances you're getting it back are slim to none.
Even if it's your family or friends, it's like the worst because you have a relationship with them that
Yeah.
they're less likely to give it back because they're like, oh, you know.
And it will ruin the relationship, because you will resent them for not paying you back, and then you'll see them spending money in other places where they shouldn't be spending money, and that will annoy you even more. So it'll ruin the relationship more than it would if you saying no. The best thing you can tell them your money is tied up in stocks, and that it's unavailable to you right now at the moment, so you can't even take it out of the stock market because you're in the red. Tell them that.
Don't lend money to people, especially since you're trying to save. That's you don't want to like put your money away that you don't know when you're gonna get back. You want to keep that money, and if you can, if you're like, you know, if you follow the stock market or something, you can try to invest it or invest in like some other ways to make you more money. But if you have a lend to somebody, you won't be able to do anything with it, so it's pretty useless to you.
If you'd like to know more on how we invest in the stock market, leave a comment down below and we could show you like our strategies and what apps we use, or how we invest in the stock market.
Or like where we look for our researches. There's so much like information out there. That's like the first thing when I try to get in the stock market is like there's so much information, you gotta filter to like what you want to listen to and what you don't want to listen to. So another thing that we don't do that helps us save money, we don't really go out. This was even before like we started dating each other.
This kind of goes along with not eating out. We just don't go out. We don't drink.
We don't go to the bar, waste money there.
No, but you'd be surprised. People like go out every weekend and they think they're not spending that much money. Oh, just a $10 drink. But it really adds up. It really adds up. And you could be putting all that money in the stock market and turning it into more money, but instead it's going right down the drain and destroying your liver.
And nobody goes out and gets only one drink, and like drinks are like at least $10. But if you go to like most clubs or stuff, they're like $12-13.
And then whatever money you're spending on Uber or like on
you buy other people's drinks.
Exactly. And you always end up spending, like, because you get hungry, so you want to go out and eat food when you're drunk. So.
And the next day you're hungover, so you don't want to do anything, so you waste your day doing that. That's why we never really, you know, we've gone out, like I gone out a couple times, like, you know, rarely though. We don't go out often. It's all about like doing it way too much. If you go all the weekends, if you want to go once in a while to like have fun and like, you know, helps you relieve stress, if that's your way, then yeah, go ahead. But like, just to make sure it's not often, just like once in a while.
Yeah, because it really adds up. It
Yeah.
hurts the wallet. It hurts the
And
wallet.
other-
Especially when you're drunk, I feel like you tend to spend more money where you
Oh
usually
yeah,
wouldn't.
because you're like, oh, I don't care, just get everybody a shot. Like we all know. Our
Whenever
friends.
I go out drinking, I always like tip more than I usually
Yeah.
would, or like buy more things than I usually would on the menu. So, what about
Yeah.
you? Do you spend a lot more?
Well, when you're drunk, you just like you're all your friends. You're like all hyped up. You're like want to buy everybody like, oh, let's have a drink. Let's all like do something. Like I don't care. Let's just do it. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
matter like how much it costs or anything. Just give me a credit card.
Another thing that's really important when you're saving money is you need to save at least 6 months income just in case you lose your job.
Mhm.
The best recommendation, which I learned watching so many Mark Cuban interviews because I love Mark Cuban, is
We all love him.
save 6 months income. Just at least save that. Save 6 months income because you never know what can happen. You lose your job, you have to be relocated. Just
Yeah.
save six months income.
Or like the market crash like happened in 2008. We all know somebody that got like fired or something, and then they, you know, they're like asking people for money, asking people for like somewhere to stay. So you may think you never need it. Yo, I got my job, you're not gonna fire me or something, but you just never know. I've seen so many people get fired in my jobs and all that. So if you just have it saved there, 6 month income, don't touch it unless it's like absolute emergency. That's what it's supposed to be there for. Just leave it alone. Another tip that we can give out there is letting your family and friends know you're saving money, you're trying to do all you can to, you know, work for your future now and save. So when we first start like saving money, and like family is always very supportive, they might stop asking, they might start, like help out, but like not asking you to hang out as much, or not hang out as much, but like not go out as much. It's sometimes like if your friends are like, oh, let's all go out, let's all go out, and they kind of like harass you a little bit about it, you can want to go out because you want to have fun too. But if they know that you're already like you're trying to save money, they might offer to do something like that doesn't cost money, like, oh, let's go to spend a day at the beach or something, so that you don't have to like go spend money in a restaurant.
Yeah.
So that always helps.
Or like my mom, like say she wants to buy me like a nice bracelet, costs thousands of dollars. I say, Mom, just give me the cash because I can turn that cash into more money by investing it and buy 5 of those bracelets rather than just having that money stuck in that one physical object that depreciates in value. The bracelet's gonna be garbage.
Or
when
if you don't care for it,
you're gonna have to
you
sell
might-
it for less than what you bought it one day, and
Yeah.
it's trapped money. You can't spend it on anything else. You can't invest that money. It's stuck in that stupid little bracelet.
just try to ask for cash if they're gonna give you a gift anyway.
Or
so
ask
you
them
can
to buy
actually
you a
use it.
stock. Ask them to buy you a stock. Just cool stuff like that. It's just it's more meaningful. It grows in value, and it's not just a materialistic object that will mean nothing one day.
It'll add up, and you'll be planning for your future now.
Yeah.
So like in 10 years, you're gonna be like thanking yourself. Oh my God, thank you, younger Antonio. Now I can be like chilling out and like I'm set already. Don't have to like work and like, you know, we all see people that are like in the forge and stuff, working at Walmart and stuff like that. You don't be one of those people. Not there's anything wrong with it, but you'd rather be in a more successful position.
There's nothing wrong with people who like that lifestyle, but I'm sure that they're working their butt off to pay the bills, and it's just not the way that you want to live, living paycheck to paycheck. It's hard. It's very
stressful.
It's stressful. You're always worrying. It's just nice to have financial security and have that one less stress off your mind, especially when you have a family and your kids to support. Another thing that we do to save money is we avoid all impulsive buying. We will talk to each other before we buy anything expensive.
And we're very good at, we're kind of like, we never really like need anything. Like we never really like crave like, oh my God, I really need to have this, or oh my God, I really need to have a new car. I don't know, just anything. We're really good at like, that we like, I feel like maybe because we talked about it so often that we rarely ever like buy something that we shouldn't.
We spend on the necessities, not on the luxury, and we live below our means. So we're not over here driving a Lamborghini, and we're not over here driving, you know, stuff that we can't afford. I feel like that's ghetto rich. Have you ever heard that term before? It's ghetto rich. You're living above your means. We're living as if we have, I don't know, $1,000 in the bank.
Like 20 people live off of like credit and like, you know, credit cards and like having debt. We just try. We just
have
don't
no
have to,
debt.
We have no debt, so that we try to live what we can really afford. When people live above their means, it's the society that we live in. It makes it so easy to like, okay, just swipe my credit card, I don't have to worry
Yeah,
about
and
it.
they
Just
want
pay the
to
minimum
show
payment.
off.
Yeah.
but it's not sustainable. You want to create this image that you're so wealthy and that you have so much, but it's not sustainable. You're trying to impress these people that don't matter. What you need to do right now is hustle, hustle, hustle. Who cares if you look broke? Who cares if you're
Nobody
driving?
really cares at the end of the day, though.
At the
Like, I
end of
never
the
looked
day,
at somebody
everyone
like
just cares
that.
about themselves. So
It's more
if
you
for a few
thinking.
years you need to drive a really beat up old car, if for a few years you need to have the oldest iPhone or even a flip phone, if for a few years you need to have really just not nice clothes, you don't get your nails done, you don't get your lashes done, then that's just living below your means. So you could use that money, invest it towards your future. You shouldn't be going out every weekend, spending your money on luxuries when you really technically can't afford them. Even though you see that money in your bank, doesn't mean it's going to be there, because as quick as you got it is as quick as you'll lose it. That's just
Living
the fact
quicker,
of the
yeah.
matter. Yeah. Anyway, I hope that we were helpful today on how we save our money and how you guys can save your money. And
Let us know in the comments which one's your favorite tip, and then if you're gonna implement any of those above, or like something else that you might do that the other people read your comments might find helpful. As always, if you like the video, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, go follow our Instagrams and Snapchat. It's always in the description. And
we love you guys. Alright, thank you so much for watching.
See you next
Like,
video.
comment, and subscribe. Bye.